Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Bushnell Presents Prairie Pursuit. I'm your host, Greg Toogood. This year, we had Jacob with a whitetail buck tag, Grace, Dad, trying to get Caleb his very first year, and then obviously myself. Coming right at us.
Excited. What big buck comes out?
Hope so too.
Bushnell presents Prairie Pursuit, brought to you by Bushnell Outdoor Products Canada, Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable, Old Smokes Coffee, JB Sausage Supplies, Tourism Saskatchewan, North Pro Sports, Crosby Cedar Products, Ace Outfitting, Tobin Lake Trophy Adventures, Graham's Tire, Trail Runners Canine Training Center, and Labrador Retriever Dogs and Puppies, and these fine sponsors.
So this year we're working with Antler Obsession. It worked so good last year, we're doing it again. There's lots of deer tracks in here. They seem to be really loving it. This stuff smells so good you want to eat it yourself. You can see the ground's been worked up, so you can tell the animal's been visiting here. And here we go, we're just gonna top it up about once every 6 weeks. This is what the guys at Antler Obsession have recommended, and that's been working really good for us. There we go. One more bag. We're only a few weeks away from archery season. I'm gonna get the trail camera rolling again here, and hopefully we've got some bucks coming in so we can have a seat and maybe set up one of the kids or Dad, or maybe even myself for a velvet buck here in 2021. Well, Jacob and I spent a lot of time throughout the start of the year going to the spots that were successful for us in the past. We set up our baits. We had the alfalfa bales going. We had oats and peas going in with the alfalfa. We had Antler Obsession, our mineral spots set up. We had our trail cameras going. We added the new solar panel kits to the Bushnell trail cams. Okay, we've got the site topped up with Antler Obsession. I'm expecting lots of pictures. So to add to our Bushnell trail camera, we've got the brand new Bushnell solar panel, and it's gonna make the camera last a little bit longer. Okay, so really simple. Basically just twisting our anchor into the tree. Make sure that's good and tight so it's not wobbling around. Camera mount just goes onto the edge of that. Get it onto your mount. Get it into the position you want, facing the sun. Nice thing about these fittings is that they're all screw in, so you don't have to worry about them falling out. We're good to go. When the solar panel has a charge, the camera's gonna work off the charge. When the solar panel's dead, the camera will work off the battery. So it's just gonna double the lifetime, if not more, of your camera batteries while you're away. Lights, camera, action. So we're pushing the end of July. We've got all the fields, everything cut once. It looks really good. There's some areas that are gonna need to trim them down a little bit. The poplar trees grow up quite quickly. We've got to top up our baits as well. So we've got some first cut alfalfa bales. All I do is break up either a second cut alfalfa bale, break up the bale a little bit, pour some oats on. They're hungry right now because we're still kind of spring. There's no crop out. I guess there's lots of greens that are starting to grow now. But we'll see on the trail cameras. We've got our Bushnell trail cameras set up, and they're going to tell us a story while we're away.
Hunting in northern Saskatchewan is one of my favorite things to do. You really get a chance to settle in, slow everything down, sit and wait in hopes that the animals will come to you. We've had some fantastic moments and some great deer over the years.
The buck I'm after showed up in the morning yesterday. I thought I'd give it a try. That doe just busted me. Don't imagine the buck's gonna come for a visit now.
Hey Jacob, what do you got here?
What do I got where?
What is that?
Bale hauler.
Jacob had the idea of hauling in the bait on sled. He thought it was gonna be too noisy, so in about 45 minutes he grabbed some scrap wood and some old wheels and he made this trailer.
What's going on today? Oh no.
What's this? Third set. On third set. Whitetail. Hangfield.
Earlier in the season, I had a chance to sit with the bow and with the crossbow, with Caleb and with Jacob and with Grace and Dad in some of our spots. So we had smaller bucks and does and fawns, not huge numbers of deer coming in, but a chance to see some animals while we were sitting still, so that was great.
Make a brand new spot for antler obsession. I know it's not necessarily what they're looking for right now, but it still might attract them a bit. Lots of minerals for antler growth early in the year, but of an attractant as well for late season. So
This year our whitetail season ended up waiting till the very end of the season. We were so busy with archery elk, rifle elk, waterfowling, and the freezers were full. We had success with all of those hunts, which took a lot of the pressure off to fill the freezers with meat for whitetail, but a chance to get out and go after one of our favorites, the whitetail deer. This year, we had Jacob with a whitetail buck tag, Grace, Dad, trying to get Caleb his very first deer, and then obviously myself. I always seem to keep myself for the last, but that's okay. I have so much fun. I enjoy spending the time and putting in the effort to try and create that moment for Dad and for the kids. And if I can put those together, then I can worry about me at the end, and that's totally fine right now.
Dad and I are snuggled into the blind here. It's November. Last year we had kids' tags filled already, and for whitetail this year, not so far. So far, all we've seen is magpies and blue jays. Our buck was a no-show this morning. Seems to be off schedule. He was here Saturday morning, Monday morning. Now it's Wednesday. I only assumed he was gonna show up again, but it's 10 o'clock now. We've never seen a picture of him past 10 o'clock. You're all set up now. Just need some deer to come out. They started to come out around 4 o'clock. It's 3:30 now, so it's perfect time to be set up.
So on the second week of November, we headed up to camp. Grace and I spent lots of time together in the blinds and the stands and trying different things and doing a little bit of calling and doing a little bit of rattling and having lots of fun in the blind. We really enjoyed our time together.
It's a buck there, coming right at us. Right at us. Don't move, don't move. Buck's too little, eh? It's late in the season. And now it's November 19th. The rut is on. We start to have deer during the daylight hours. What do you think? What do you think?
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I hope a big buck comes out.
I hope so too.
We saw some great deer. We had an opportunity that Grace really wasn't comfortable with, and she decided to hold off on the shot, so that's totally fine.
Too dark.
If you can't see, it's just too dark. It's an overcast night. That's a far shot too. It's about 220 yards.
I'm really proud of her for not taking a shot that she's not comfortable with. Well, Jacob was settled into what we called Caleb's Corner, and Grace and I were set up in her field, which we called Grace's Garden, and we had a chance to just enjoy the snowfall. We watched several whitetail does and fawns and little bucks come into the bait. So closer to the end of our morning sit, Grace and I saw a fairly large deer zip across the opening. And I sent Jacob a text message. He just settled into his spot, and I said, Jacob, there's a white-tailed deer coming towards you. He sent me a message back right away. He said, I see him. So Jacob takes a shot. Grace and I actually see the deer come running right back across the opening. And we were laughing in the blind that we couldn't believe that had just happened.
Did you hit him? Yeah.
I was sitting right up top and I could see he made a scrape. He's looking the bushes. He walked down the trail. He stood there. He knew something was up. As soon as he looked away, I sat up, put it on his shoulder and shot.
How far?
Like 60 yards.
No.
Yeah. He walked right to me.
Or should we be able to follow the blood trail? Yeah. There's blood there. Huh? No.
Yes. Tagged out 2021. Yes.
A fantastic whitetail deer. I don't know if it was the same deer that Grace didn't get a shot at the other night, but it could have been. And if it was, she didn't get a shot at it, and Jacob did. So it's just the way that it goes sometimes, and I was super happy for Jacob.
Oh, buddy. Awesome, Jacob.
Your streak continues.
$5, 5 years.
Just a beautiful, perfect 8-point deer that he was super happy with. It was a cool moment for Grace and I to be there with him.
That is my 5th whitetail buck, and I've been hunting for 5 years. Pretty lucky. And this is the final tag of the year. Super awesome.
Oh.
So I did get a chance to go hunting with Mike one day down south, and we didn't have the kids with us, and we were expecting to see lots of deer that day, and we did.
It's a little cold today. I think we picked the coldest day this week to take the day off work and come hunting. But we spotted a big buck from the road. And we think he's bedded down in these set of trees over here. So we'll take a look and see if we can't find him.
There's mule deer does everywhere. The kids had those tags, but again, we didn't need the meat, so we weren't going after those. But we also ended up seeing a couple nice whitetail bucks, and we spent a lot of time hiking and looking for those deer.
We've been chasing a buck around for a couple hours. When we saw him heading up this hill, We found his tracks. He kind of took a low spot between a few of the hills out here. We didn't see him crest the hill. So we went back to where we last saw him and we just picked up his tracks. So.
Where did he land?
6 feet away.
And he landed.
That's crazy. That's like a 12-foot hop.
He's staring there.
Yep. It's crazy, eh? They know we can't shoot him there. Hidden for the kids.
I'm standing there nicely for Caleb.
Yep.
Agrees.
Yeah, and he's still, look at that, it's still perfect.
That's a great first buck.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, a great hunting day with Mike. We always have a blast out there together. We ended up spotting a beautiful whitetail buck. We did a stalk on it, got into fairly close range on this whitetail deer. Mike grabbed the camera, told me that it was my shot.
Take him. I'm on him. Left, you're 2 left. Left. Oh no, you got him. No, maybe not.
I'm going to bring out the excuses quickly here because I don't know how I missed this shot, but I missed it. And I thought I had the range. I thought I had a steady hold. I thought I had it right to squeeze the trigger, and I missed. So it was his lucky day. I went home licking my wounds, and that was, again, just the way that it went. And I didn't mind coming home and telling the kids that Dad missed a whitetail deer either, as much as I didn't want to tell them that. The reality is sometimes things don't go your way, and when you look back at what you did and you realize what you could have done better to make it all come together with a better outcome.
Just wait for any deer to come by.
You're not just gonna shoot a little deer. You've never shot a deer before. You're not gonna shoot a little buck.
I don't know. Just
See what the moment feels like. Darn, I wish Caleb was with us.
Any other time of year, you'd never see a whitetail stand there like that.
Well, Dad and I are enjoying some hiking today. We've seen a couple nice bucks this morning, and we're calling them Caleb bucks because that's kind of what we're on the hunt for today, is to make sure we've got one day that we can take Caleb out, and just trying to do our homework before it comes to that day. Hopefully it pays off. Okay, so Caleb, we just saw a buck that we think would be good for your first one. He's a pretty nice buck, eh?
I thought I'd done my research. I thought I put in the time to find out where I could set Caleb up and slow everything down for him to get a good shot and make a choice on a deer, and it just wasn't coming together. I was going all over the place. I was getting a little bit scattered and a little bit rattled myself to try and find that opportunity for Caleb and for Grace. We enjoyed our time together, and you know, deep down, I know we were both enjoying it, but I think deep down we were both really hoping that that opportunity was going to come for us, and it just wasn't coming together.
Well, Caleb, what do you think so far?
Well, pretty cool. Seen quite a few things. Just didn't get the chance.
All right, Grace.
That's the end of the hunting season, and you still got a tag in your pocket.
Yeah.
So,
That's okay. It was lots of fun.
Good Christmas tree ornament.
Yeah.
let's pack up and head her home, I guess. I had one last night where I could get out to try and get a deer for myself, so I spent the night in my favorite spot. I ended up spotting a whitetail buck out in the field. I proned out, squeezed the trigger, and at 200 yards, put a hornady bullet right through the heart of that whitetail deer.
I know it's not a big buck, but at the time, opportunity to make a good clean shot, one shot, and down he went. I'm happy. I'm gonna call some family up and see if they're interested in some deer meat. We'll get this guy home.
So it was great to bring home a whitetail buck for the 2021 season. For myself, I really wanted to get things set up for Caleb and Grace to get their deer this year, and that's just gonna make me work a little bit harder for it next year. Overall, I got a chance to spend some hours and some time with Grace and Caleb and Dad and Jacob in the blinds and the stands, and doing some hiking and going for drives and seeing some beautiful country, seeing some beautiful deer, missing some opportunities. It doesn't always work out like you plan, but Grace and Caleb are great. They're so fun to hunt with. I enjoy every single moment with them. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Bushnell Presents Prairie Pursuit. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Bushnell presents Prairie Pursuit, brought to you by Bushnell Outdoor Products Canada, Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable, Old Smokes Coffee, JB Sausage Supplies, Tourism Saskatchewan, North Pro Sports, Crosby Cedar Products, Ace Outfitting, Tobin Lake Trophy Adventures, Graham's Tire, Trail Runners Canine Training Center, and Labrador Retriever Dogs and Puppies. And these fine sponsors: